Hi guys, my name is Indigo and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. A couple of episodes ago, I asked you guys if you wanted to see how I Photoshop my pictures, and you guys said yes. So that is exactly what we're doing today. Because I mean, I would be doing it regardless, so might as well do it on camera. Also, yes, I'm only wearing nails on one hand because this one, it needs to be free. Let's be real here. The two Photoshop apps that I use are Photoshop Fix and PS Express. So I already went ahead and took the pictures because I am sweating and I can feel my makeup falling off my face. So this is the picture that we're working with. Get into it. So I really like this app because one, it's free. I'm not gonna pay for this stuff. And two, it basically gives you all the options that Photoshop does without the hassles of Photoshop, right? Okay, so the first thing I like to do when I edit my pictures is obviously face tuning. And for that, I'm gonna be using the Liquify tool. So you have like your warp option, so you know, ooh, dang, how could I possess such beauty? So that does that, and then we have the swell tool, and we can like, you know, do this, do that, stunning. And then we have the twirl tool. Dang. Obviously, if you're gonna use that legitimately, you can, you know, use it slowly. You don't have to do what I just did. But they do have an amazing option that I have not seen anywhere else, and that is the face option, and it'll scan your entire face, and you can choose between like your forehead to make it smaller, facial distortion, which is my favorite. You know, I like to make my face just kind of like a little bit more in, because y'all, get this. All cameras of all types have a specific type of distortion on your face, because when you get up close, the round kind of like dome like makes you look like balloony. I like to believe that I don't look like balloony, so I will go with this little app thing and I'll just make my face just a little smaller. I do this with every single picture that I have. And like your nose, you know, like the length and the width of your nose, the height, your lips, you can make them smaller or bigger. Obviously, we're all brats here, so we're just gonna make our lips bigger. You can mess with your jawline with the warp tool. Oh, and this part is so important. You guys can like mess with your hair, because like since my hair is so long, look how long it is. This is the back. All the volume I've lost, so in my pictures, I try to like fluff it up. And you can also mess with like your clothing and whatnot. Okay, so I'm definitely not using this for Instagram. This is a little too much. Okay, and now we have our face like liquefied to look like an influencer. I mean influencer, a disease. Now that we look like a disease. So the next thing that I like to do is the healing tool, which is a blessing from Jesus himself, because girl, I got acne. So we got crusties, we got dusties, we got texture. So this gets rid of that. You can just literally just zoom in on a pimple, just highlight it, boom, it's gone. Look how ooh, girl, I have a little crust in my hair. Let me get rid of that. It's magic. It's Photoshop, but because we are what? Insecure. So we got that done. And then get rid of this nasty little line because I like to pretend that I'm not aging. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. And then there's like this thing right over here where you can highlight a whole area and then you patch it. And then you choose like a little another thing from another area and cover that with that. Wow. Yes. Okay. And then now we're on to Airbrush. I actually don't airbrush my pictures just because I find that when I do that, it looks something like this. That's just too much. Like you can very obviously tell this is edited, and like it's just not my gig. Not anymore. I used to airbrush my pictures so much because I was so insecure of texture. So I don't do that. You could obviously choose like a lighter airbrush and get like a more softer effect, but I'm just not a fan of it. Oh y'all, this is like groundbreaking tea. So the way that I get my contacts to look so natural and so good in the pictures is that I get the darken tool, and I will darken like half the contact on the top, as you guys see right here. And then I outline it with the black. So you see how much dimension we just added to the contact? Look how different this eye looks from the other eye. Like this looks literally dead. You don't have to worry about that in real life because they're just gonna look like blue contacts, but like in pictures they can look weird. So that fixes that. And then we can use the lighten tool to just kind of emphasize the highlight. Oh, that's a lot. So now we're glowing. Can't relate in real life. Ooh, almost forgot. How could I forget? And then I can like darken like a little bit of the black eyeshadow with the darken tool as well to make it just look more dramatic and intense. Black eyeshadow and makeup just doesn't register that well in camera settings. Like right now, in real life, this looks stunning. But in pictures, it can look a little dull, so you have to bring back some of that color yourself if you wanted to. Come back, right? Look at that. Beautiful. Period. Ooh, we look so good. So I think that is actually it in terms of this app, and then we're gonna go into the next one, and that is PS Express. Here we are on PS Express, and what I like to do here is like add like the actual filters, mess with the brightness and the contrast and the colors and color grading, which is so important. You'll see in a second why. So, you know, here you can just mess with like the brightness, make it brighter or darker. Honestly, I just like to make it look more realistic, so I like to try to get a little less contrast going, some lower highlights. See, now we look like we're in the room, period. However, I will always sharpen the image to make it look a little bit more detailed. And then here we are at the colors. You can mess around with the color grading. It's completely different for every single image possible. We can just like turn it right or left and just kind of like figure out what looks best. At first, it looks like you're not doing anything, but then you start realizing like the huge difference that this makes, especially when like you don't do it and you're like, ew, it looks weird. Be careful with this because you can get little weird splotches on your images and then you have to delete your Instagram picture because it is clockable. T. And one thing that I really like to do is I like to get the saturation of the yellow and just turn it down as much as possible without getting any weird splotches in the back. Really makes the image look so much more professional. And that is pretty much it for editing my pictures and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and save it, which is the right top little button. What I didn't notice when I first downloaded this app is that when you check the quality, it's actually gonna be set to 75%. So the more that you edit your pictures, the more like deep fried it gets. And the way you can actually fix that, and I didn't know this before until I accidentally did it, is that you can press on the button itself that says that, and make sure that you put the JPEG quality on maximum. And by maximum, we mean 100. And you will never have that problem ever again, and all your pictures will not be disturbed. It'll be high quality. And there you go! We're stunning, talented, brilliant, original, never the same, and we don't look the same either. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was very quick, probably. Let me know what else you guys want me to do. I'm always open to do some really fun stuff for you guys, such as make fun of myself and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like my art, if you guys like my energy, please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on my Instagram down below if you don't already, and turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye-bye. There is no montage for this look because I'm sweating. Bye.